Here comes a five-knuckle shuffle.
Of course, Dana, it's fake.
Professional wrestling is a world of lies. Goddamn lies, I tell you. The conspiracy is alive, the president is dead, and Vince McMahon is taking over the entire world NWO style. Well, maybe that's a bit of a stretch, but you'd be good and goddamn right if you thought everything that the WWE presents about its product deserves to be taken at face value. I'm D Wicket, and these are the 10 wrestling secrets that the WWE doesn't want you to know about. Number 10, they add in noise after the fact. WWE is very keen on pushing the stars they want pushed, i.e. Roman Reigns. Who cares if the entire arena is booing him? We can fix that in post.
Rusev continues to work on what is an injured left arm of Roman Reigns because of that during the commercial break.
Now you think about how much this could hamper Roman's offense. I mean, how difficult will it be for Roman to deliver us
during the commercial break?
Back in the good old days before SmackDown Live, it was very much commonplace for the pre-taped shows to be tampered with after the fact if the live crowd wasn't living up to the Vince McMahon standard. But there were some instances of WWE trying to pull this off live, and wow, that did not work.
The referee by the throat! Good grief! Man, that is some power!
Challenge will enter last in the
Number 9, wrestlers aren't all living lavishly. While it's absolutely true that men like Brock Lesnar and John Cena managed to cater the system to their liking and come out each year of work with more money than I've ever dreamed even existed, not everyone is a Brock Lesnar or a John Cena caliber draw. I mean, there's a slight difference between John Cena and Bo Dallas. One of them was a champion in 2018. Wait, what? Well, on average, your typical WWE wrestler is probably walking away with around $500,000. Knock that down to around $200,000 for the women. Once you realize the work schedule and how much paying for all that travel must really cost, it kind of adds up against your favorite wrestlers.
They call me the Shockmaster.
Number 8, the promos are scripted.
Well, y'all can't hear me or something?
Welcome back, Roman Reigns. I'm actually kind of sorry. Honestly, Roman deserves way more credit than he gets for his in-ring work, because for the first entirety of his WWE run, he was handed scripts literally written in dog piss. It was clear that WWE wanted to portray him as a snarky badass, but the writing for him was just so bad, and he was nowhere near talented enough to make bad writing work. The problem extends far past Roman Reigns, however, and in fact, he's probably suffered the least from it. Yeah, he consistently suffered behind a microphone, but he spent the last 4 years chilling in the WrestleMania main event scene.
Oh no!
How about a guy like Apollo Crews, though, one of the most talented in-ring workers out there, who they gave about 2 promos to in his entire first year, it seemed like, and due to the awful writing, he never conveyed any connection to the live audience. Well, other than, holy shit, he can do a standing moonsault. Bravo, sir. The writing just isn't good enough to justify handing every single wrestler a script instead of letting them do their own thing.
Once upon a time, there was a little boy named Roman Reigns. He had magic beans. Would you like to know what he found? This is ridiculous. I'm the beast and the best in the world. Paul, say something stupid.
It's not my fault. Any other questions?
Number 7, feuds are written months in advance. Pretty much ever since Goldberg left the equation, WWE haven't gotten the idea of Brock Lesnar being conquered by Roman Reigns out of their head. Literally up until SummerSlam, which just happened. Goldberg hadn't wrestled since April of 2017. It's August of 2018. It's been a year and a half. This is how ridiculously long-term Vince McMahon plans out what he wants. It's definitely a good idea to plan ahead for the future, but there's also a difference between planning ahead and planning way too much, especially when it seems so inconsistent. Vince seems to have a few ideas that he has long-term plans for, and then everything else he just lets the different writers handle week by week. This leads to continuity errors, bland matchups, boring storylines, and in comparison, the stuff they actually invest the months into, well, you see the Universal Championship picture for the last year and a half?
You actually think you deserve a shot at this? You don't deserve
buddy.
Number 6, weapons are fake. Everyone knows this to an extent. You know when AJ Styles is slamming a chair into the back of Dean Ambrose that he isn't actually being crushed with steel, but I don't think people fully realize just how much of the WWE equipment is specially set up to look real, but really isn't. The announcer's desk is hollowed out and cushioned, the steel steps don't actually weigh 400 pounds and aren't actually made of steel, ladders are made out of wood, and Triple H's sledgehammer isn't really a sledgehammer, it's a shovel. No, I'm kidding, but rumors have spread around that being hit with that sledgehammer is basically like being hit with a plastic sledgehammer, which, I mean, kinda makes the Bludgeon Brothers laughable when you think about it.
Grief! There's no way to prepare for something like this! Uh-oh! Oh! Watch out! Oh! God! He's Stone Cold Steve Austin. Run. Oh my God! 3 men taken out. Look out! Here we go!
Number 5, the rivals are usually friends. I mean, this can't be too much of a surprise as wrestling is all scripted. You wouldn't really imagine on-screen rivals to actually hate each other, but that being said, maybe it's not for the best when wrestlers who are actively feuding on screen at the time are posting pictures with each other on social media. Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman had one of the most vicious feuds of 2017, a bloody rivalry that saw Last Man Standing, a tipped ambulance, and Braun literally never being finished with anyone. And despite this, here's a picture they posted in the midst of this on Instagram because fuck continuity.
I'd like to wish you good luck. Wish you good luck.
Number 4, all of wrestling isn't scripted. This one might seem odd, but also pretty obvious. It's still worth mentioning that the finishing sequences to pretty much all matches are predetermined. The reason for its placement, though, is because of the contradiction with the full match and its finish. I mean, it's common knowledge that the match finish and the few moments leading up to it are thought out beforehand, but barring a few spots thrown in the middle of the match, the rest is usually improvised. For some reason, this is something that Vince doesn't want people to know. Like, literally, it's gotten out that he's gotten over people knowing wrestling is fake, but he can't seem to handle people knowing that it's partly scripted and partly not. What a fucking psychopath.
Over the top! Wait, the thing was over! What the hell is going on here? And Cena now going with the heat over the top! What the hell is going on here?
Number 3, wrestlers know when the commercials are. Thanks to cues from the referees, cameramen, and anyone else near ringside, the wrestlers in the ring always know when a commercial is coming up. WWE probably wants us to believe that the action is going on during, the duration of the match, but when almost every single match has a commercial break, and more often than not, commercial breaks will just be wrestles. The only time something cool happens on a commercial break is so that Michael Cole can occasionally say, "Take a look what happened while we were on commercial break," to try making it seem action-packed during the commercials. It's not.
For me! You do not cheer for him! You keep your mouth shut and look what happened to me!
Number 2, the commentator's ear. Imagine trying to call the action of a pro wrestling match. Now imagine trying to call the action of a pro wrestling match with Vince McMahon in your ear. You understand the problem with the commentary.
May I have your attention, please? I've received another email from the general manager.
Honorable mention goes out to the never-ending backstage politics that lead to events such as the Madison Square Garden curtain call, the pipe bomb, and Shawn Michaels looking like this. Let us know in the comments down below with the hashtag DW what your favorite Shawn Michaels as an asshole moment is. And number 1, Vince always has the final say. We'll end this on an easy one because at the end of the day, folks, no matter how great the talent on the roster is, no matter what the crowd is supporting, and no matter who they're in favor of, no matter what storylines and angles are just too easy to write themselves, and no matter how much money WWE is just losing out on that they could have, as long as he lives, Vince McMahon is going to be in charge of what happens in the WWE. And he gave us Festus.
Looks like he's sitting on a front porch swing.
As soon as the bell rings, Festus turns back to this ice cream truck. Well, ladies and gentlemen.
And those are the 10 wrestling secrets that the WWE doesn't want you to know. What are your thoughts? Let us know in the comments down below, along with the answer to the comment question of the day with the hashtag DW. Be sure to like the video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications so that Vince McMahon actually steps down and Triple H takes over. It'll never happen.